How about now? Check. Check.
Okay, okay.
Hello?
So,
Check one, two,
okay,
three. Sound.
okay, perfect,
There's
perfect,
sound.
perfect.
All right. Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for joining me. Gonna do a little bit of a live stream for you
I
guys
heard
tonight.
myself nice and clear.
Nice. All right. Yeah, I've been wanted to do a live stream today. If you haven't heard already, I just released a brand new song, Wrath of the Champions. My biggest follow up for since 300 Violin Orchestra. It's been over 5 years since I released anything new, so wanted to let everyone know. Come hang out with you guys. Want to hear if you guys have heard the song already, what you thought. I'm gonna perform it in a little bit, in just a minute. Let me just get my ducks in a row here. Apollo. I think I know why the feedback. Okay. How many people do we have live? Bob Higgins, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Appreciate the support. I'm gonna perform this song for you guys. This new song for you, just in about 1 minute. Here. 9 watching. All right. Jason, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining. Uh, Getting ready to perform my new epic song for you guys.
Jesse Shermer, say hello.
Wrath of the Champions. How's it going, guys? All right, we got 9 people watching. So, real quick, if you just joined, if you haven't heard, just released a new song today. It's called Wrath of the Champions. Um, Big, major, epic follow up to 300 Violin Orchestra. It's been quite a while since I've released anything new, so um, I wanted to come up and hang out with you guys. I'm about to perform the song live for you, so in case you haven't heard it yet. So yeah, check it out. Let's do this. There's my strings, Always got to start with some epic strings. Oh. Sorry, restart it there. I don't know what happened. 1 second. That's the thing about doing it live. You screw up and, well, everyone's got to see it. Let's try that again. All right. How'd you guys like that? Let me know in the comments. Who do we have here? Sergi. Hello, big fan. Sergi, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you came on board. Let me know how you like the new song. Part 1 is my favorite part. Loving it so far. From Michael. Nice. Yeah. First part, absolutely my favorite. Funny thing, so Wrath of the Champions, the idea for this came about almost 3 years ago. I was doing a project for a client, didn't work out. I just had the idea of the little, that right there. So I had that and I put some drums together and I thought it was something special, but I kind of just put it on the side. So I had, for a few years, I got distracted doing other things. Started a video production company, all kinds of stuff, and I had kind of put music in the back burner. So that little part, that first half, was what Wrath of the Champions was, and it was just in my computer for 4 or 5 years before I decided to dig it up and say, hey, let me get this, let me put it all together, let me finish it up, let me get back into this. And so this is Wrath of the Champions now. So yeah, that's the story behind it. Let's see, Jesse. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it. I started doing this again for you guys. It's a long time since I released anything new, so I'm really glad that you guys liking the new song. Chris Brownie, I love part 1. It's legendary. Good part 2. Nice. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, 300 Violin Orchestra. I mean, that's gonna be a big classic for me. It's funny. I made that when I was 16. Just had less than a year producing music, and just inspiration hit me. Came about out of nowhere, and it's insane that 16-year-old me produced something that defined my entire career. So, definitely appreciate the support. Part 1 was dope. Nice. Thank you, Monty. Appreciate that. Let me know if you guys have any questions whatsoever. Anything you guys want to ask me, I'm right here. If you missed the performance, if you want to see it again, I could do it a little bit later. But anything you guys would like to know.
Jason asks, what kind of gear are you using?
Jason, so I use Logic Pro to produce my music as a software, and I have right here Native Instruments stuff. It's my favorite. So this right here is a little MPC from the Machine Mark II. This is also a, careful I don't disconnect that. This is also a Native Instruments complete, nice little keyboard with cool little lights. And I use a lot of software from East West Libraries, which is where I get all my cool little string sounds. And yeah, so that's what I use. My chest's not moving. Is there anyone saying anything? But anyways, yeah, let me tell you guys a little bit about why I decided to get back into music. I guess everybody's probably wondering where I've been the last 5 years. It's been 8 years since I made 300 Violin Orchestra, and 5 years since I released anything new. So, basically, as a businessman and entrepreneur, I also started getting into video production a lot. It started as me buying a camera for my YouTube channel because I needed some good videos for my music, and lo and behold, I fall in love with the art of video making. So the entrepreneur in me decides, really wants to master the craft, and I just get into it, start making a whole nother business, shooting music videos, weddings, the whole nine. And so I've been building that business for pretty long time, and I've been really focused on that, making movies, commercials, all that sort of good stuff. And unfortunately, my music just kind of took a back burner. I had some really good success with my early stuff, and I was like, well, I think that's good for now. I'll get back to it eventually. I wanted to make sure I had, another good, strong financial source for me, which was video production. So you could probably tell by the really cool lighting and everything, nice camera. So that's kind of the reason why. But about a year ago, I really started to miss doing music. It was a big part of me. It was something that changed my life when I discovered it, and I just, really wanted to get back into it. So came the beginning of the year, I made a big announcement. I don't know if you guys saw it, on everywhere, all the social media, and I said, hey, I'm gonna get back into doing music, and so that's what started. Wrath of the Champions was my very first project I wanted to attack. Finally, after almost 6 months, to release one song, I mean, that's pretty crazy. It took that long, but I was a little rusty. So, and there's a lot of other things. So just kept getting obstacle over obstacle. I almost lost the friggin' project again. That's a theme with me. If you guys have seen my first video, I never told the story how I lost the project, the 300, but that stuff keeps happening to me. So yeah, it was a long way coming, but there's definitely more coming. I have an entire album project that I'm working on. I already have 3 tracks on the way, and I'm going to be releasing one after the other. So this is great music. Make sure you guys follow me on social media too. I post a lot on Instagram. If you want to see a little bit more of my daily life, what I'm working on, I post a lot there too.
What is your Instagram?
What is my instrument?
Yes. Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
Does it say follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram. If you guys want to follow me, I'm going to put it
In the comments.
in the comments right there. That's my handle. Make sure you guys go and follow me.
Ultimate Gamer he's asking what kind of instrument do you use the most in your songs, and what's your favorite instrument?
Hey man, yeah. So my favorite instrument. I mean, most people could probably tell. I love strings, violins, all kinds of strings are. I use it in everything, every single thing that I do. This particular patch here, I'm gonna put that up so you guys can really hear it. That's from East West Symphonic Orchestra is what it's called. And yeah, it's just really epic what you can do with strings. Strings just have so much emotion, so much that you could do to express yourself through them, and it definitely brings the epicness. Let me see if I can just make something up here and just see how epic something could sound just by. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, strings. Yeah, you could just really make things. So that's my favorite instrument to use. Obviously, I'm not playing the actual strings. I'm playing here on the keyboard. I also love big, epic percussion, and I love making things big. But my thing is just mixing that with, the modern sound of, hip hop, electronic, EDM, whatever the thing is. 300 Violin Orchestra kind of had more of a old school, classic, hardcore rap sound to it. It was very appropriate when I made it, 8 years ago. Wrath of the Champions, this obviously it has a more of a modern trap sound with the 808s and with the trap sound. So I just love mixing those two things. Do you have a Snapchat? Strings really make it epic. Thanks, Ultimate Gamer. No, I don't have a Snapchat. I use mostly Instagram. I'm almost 30 now. Snapchats, I guess, for the young kids, I haven't really used it much, so no, I don't.
Can you tell us more about what you plan in the future? I mean, what your ideas are, what's the next step after this song?
So Alex asked, "What's
Well, it's
what
not
am I?
my question. It's a group chat question. That
Yeah.
I have here.
What am I planning for the future?" So this first song, it's definitely the first of many. I have an entire album project planned for you guys, at least 10 to 12 songs. and they're all going to be with the same theme, epic, motivational type of thing. So, I'm hoping that I could be releasing the next song in about 1 to 2 months and release one every 3 months. And then after that, I actually have a really cool idea of doing a remix project. So, taking some of the most iconic sounds and the most iconic jingles of movies and things like that, and turning them into something similar to the 300 violin orchestra of that style. So yeah, that's kind of what I have for the future. Any other question, guys?
Ask them if they can tell you on what kind of sport if they want to listen to your song. If they think it goes more to boxing or NBA,
That's a good question. So let me know what sports or what application, where do you hear Wrath of the Champions being used more? How would you personally use it? Tell me in the comments what you guys think about that. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go grab myself a trombone, show you guys some other cool stuff that I play here. Let's see. There's that. Another question for you guys. When and how did you first hear my music? How did you run into the 300 Violin Orchestra? I'm curious. When did you become a fan? I'd love to hear a little bit about that. If you guys want to share. There it is. Jesse, thank you, brother. It's getting a little silent on the chat room. I appreciate it. Wrath of the Champions definitely makes me want a sword fight. Nice, yeah, definitely super epic. Pandora for me. Nice, Bob. Yeah, Pandora. I get quite a bit of people discover me there. What artists were you listening to when you heard me on Pandora? I'm curious if you remember. Same, Jesse. Ultimate Gamer. Two Steps from Hell. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean I love Two Steps from Hell. They do quite the epic music. Although their stuff is very more traditional orchestral soundtrack. Video game music. Their stuff is great. It definitely inspires me. One of my most look-alike similar artists on Spotify. It tells me, my fans. Who else do they listen to most? It's Two Steps from Hell. So yeah, they're definitely great. Well, guys, I think that's gonna be the end of the live stream. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Definitely go ahead and follow me on social media if you want to keep in touch, if you want to see more of what I'm working on. I'll go ahead and perform the song one more time for y'all so you could check it out, and then I'm gonna leave for the night because I'm tired and I haven't slept in almost 20 hours. This launch has been pretty exhausting, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. So here's Wrath of the Champions one more time, and then I'll see you guys next time. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely stay tuned. I'm releasing a performance video, really cool, here in my studio, of the song Wrath of the Champions coming up. And yeah, stay tuned. Definitely love the live stream. We're going to do it more often. So thank you for tuning in.